wasn't available. The device is on. It's the same damn thing. Does it like reset or something every time I open OPS? Wasn't available. The device is on. It's the same damn thing. Okay. Alright, well, so just give me a moment to pop out chat and fucking I legitimately don't know how I keep forgetting this every time. Like clockwork. It is clockwork that I keep doing this. I see Toadette. Oh yeah, Toadette's one of the variety of figures and plushies I've got back here. I still have my old stuffed animal from when I was a little kid. You've at least seen this in a couple of DKS videos back in a while. I still have this guy. He's missing an ear with the mage, but yeah. Toadette I got recently, mostly because it's like my Mario Kart, Mario Party, just my general main in a lot of those, so. As well as some of the stuff I got over here as well, so. Okay, anyways. Alright, well, if we recall correctly, my headphones nearly just crashed and burned. That would have been something. Alright, ow. Alright, so, if we recall correctly, I'm going to be talking about the empty slot, which... Oh, wait, no, I want my camera. Hang on. Where is the window capture? I gotta open my browser. It's from Bowser. Okay, well, so the goal is to open this and talk about the empty slot 2. Yep, this was the 6K special that I did. I was banking on the Lonely Goomba getting an empty slot too. Man, I was debating it. But like, because I wanted to do at least one for everybody I know, like a lot of the people who I actually collaborate with. I gave them at least one of their suggestions to put them in. At least I tried to, at the very least. I know I forgot somebody's, but obviously I didn't get that for everybody. You know, I'm going to probably want this so I can see chat. Hang on. Phone. Activate. There it is. You son of a blasted.
Are you looking at 4x4s on cars?
Okay, screw it. I'm popping out. I'm just gonna pop out chat. Anyways. And that didn't work either. Alright, guess I am stuck with the phone. Shit. Man, I haven't ranked a tier list in a while, I feel like. Which, to be fair, was mostly because I was taking a break from streaming and whatnot, just to get some extra stuff done and whatnot. Focusing here. But, that's neither here. I'm just gonna pop out chat. Yeah. Anyways. Got like an hour 30 left at work. I'll be on it in after I'm off, though. Alright. I'm probably gonna be here for a while anyways. I've got literally nothing to do tonight. I got a bowl of food right here. And honestly, I was going to leave it up to you guys as what I should rank, what I should rank these guys based on. Like, cause like obviously I'm not gonna rank them by like how much do I want them in Odyssey, cause that could rig the vote, right? That could change the vote. I don't want people voting just because I said, you know, personally, wink. I want the wink, wink, Scrimblow Bimblow, wink, wink, to join Odyssey, wink. So I feel like if I did that, I would like, you know, that's kind of just like being cheap on that front. Moveset potential? Well, if I included them here, I think they all have moveset potential. I include everyone here because I at least have a vague idea of what I could do for a moveset. Except Will Radford. Fuck War of the Worlds. But no. So yeah, the ending goal here is to obviously rank the people based on something. I believe I heard someone suggest that I should rank them based on if I could beat them in a fight, or if I like put them against DKS like I do with the Ultimate tier list. So that could also be fun. Source material. Well, we all know what I'm putting in dead last. How many have committed crimes? Sauce material. But yeah, like someone, like I know Mark just brought up the being DKS thing. Are you gonna talk about the suggestions that never got it? Well, it's not like I base. Let's see. Suggestions that never got it, like 0 other characters. Well, it's not that I like based everyone. I try to include at least one suggestion from as many comments as I could. There's a lot of duplicates, so it's not like specific suggestions I was gonna do for everybody. It's more so that I also gotta consider the fact what I would personally want to do. Like, as much as I'd love to just include one person from everybody, I gotta be realistic in my scope and like people I would actually be interested in doing. Like, if most of these characters won, I'd be interested in at least viewing their source material, right? Canonically eaten mustard. Now this empty slot 2 is over. No, voting's on right now. The Nightmare Blunt Rotation. I still don't know what that is. I'm thankful you put PD in the empty slout. Empty slout. Oh no, you guys are never gonna let me live that down, are you? Oh my god, damn it. I'm happy you put PD in the empty slot. I can geek out about it. PD would definitely be a fun pick. Admittedly, I've not read many of the Dogman books, and I still need to get around to seeing the movie. But that doesn't mean I'm not interested, because I've been meaning to do that for a while. I just haven't had the money or time to, like, go out to the bookstore and be like, all your Dogman, please. You know what I mean? God damn it. So yeah, I would love... PD's a moveset I would definitely be... I'm super curious to see how he does. So yeah, what should I rank them on, I guess? Kenna came from Team... Alright. I could probably just do it based on whether I think they'd beat DKS or not. That'd probably be like a good... We should get an Ace in Action stream. No! I don't want to do an Ace in Action stream because I'm trying to see if I can get a refund for it. Comic P. Oh yeah, if I do Captain Underpants and PD, I definitely include everything from them because I don't think the books and movies are too different enough to warrant making a completely new version of the character for, if that makes sense. What to rank them on? Power scale every character. Alright. I'll do them versus DKS. Please let Griffith win. A surprise, by the way. Griffith was a special pick. That was... Ooh, I nearly just burped in my throat there. Alright. Griffith was a special pick because that was Reggie's executive pick for the empty slot. That was Reggie's, like, executive choice to put in the empty slot. I asked my family who they wanted included, and that was Reggie's. So yeah, I will gladly rank here, let's rank the characters based on could they beat DKS. Let's do that again. I'll never get over Griffith getting over Guts. Hey, well, hey, now you got somebody to blame. Now you got someone to blame. Could probably... Would... Beat DKS. Could beat DKS. 50-50. Would lose. To DKS. Lose to DKS. Alright. Alright, looks like we're gonna be doing the DKS roundabout again. Now we got All right, now we got our subject. Ooh, I should probably make one for the subject. Here we go. Bugs fucking Bunny! We got Bugs Bunny! Alright, if we're... I suppose I could do two. Where, like, one is, actual power... If it's actual power scaling, I feel like most of these characters could probably beat DKS. Right? Most of... well... I might have to double check out. I'm pretty sure most of these characters could probably beat DKS if it was actual power scaling. Like, this is more so just based on, like, I guess, like... Huh. The fight of the century. Yeah, no, Bugs 100... I'm not gonna argue with anyone here. Bugs 100% got this, dude. DKS is the perfect kind of character Bugs Bunny would absolutely fool and trick with these kind of shit. He's absolutely the kind of person that DKS would be like, your time's up, bucko! Yeah, I thought your time was up, Doc. It is? Ah, shit, I gotta check my... Hey! Like, that is, like, DKS is, like, the perfect person that Bugs would absolutely fool. Same thing goes to the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner is absolutely beating the shit out of DKS. I don't want to hear it. Man, that... Oh, man, I just had the perfect idea for what I could have done. I could have ranked them for Smoked by fucking Sunrise. Damn it. That would have been perfect. Anyways. Yeah, no, do you guys want background music, by the way? It'd probably get annoying just to hear my voice. Do you want me to put on, some background music in, like, OBS? Do you guess when Bugs saws off the entirety of Florida? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put in some background music, but yeah, no. Most of the... Ooh, not a new scene. But no, like, I figure it should go without saying... Ooh, yikes. Yeah, I figured it should go without saying that absolutely Bugs and the Roadrunner... Dude, DKS is not getting anything out of that one. Alright, let's see here. What's the music that's not going to get me copyright claim to oblivion? Let's see. What do I got here? Does I have Donkey Kong Country music? I probably should have, like... No. There you go, I just need to double check this works. Loop, restart plan. Alright, let's hope it works. Let's see if this works. Okay. Okay, here, let's turn this down a bit. Alright, it should... Okay. Alright, so I guess good? Okay. Okay, here, let's turn this down. Alright, I think that's good for the audio mixing. There we go. It should... Oh, shut up, me. Okay. Okay, alright, let's see. What's he want to miss? DKS is fascinating. You either hate him so much you want to throw him down a flight of stairs, or love him so much that you throw him. That's the beauty of the character, I feel. He's such a... You know that deep down there's a good person in there that you think can change and grow, but he continually just doubles down and just refuses to admit that he's wrong. You love to hate this guy. He's so entertaining to watch on screen, even though he's such a big scumbag. That's why I think people like the character so much. Okay, remember, where there's T, there's Kess. T Kess when Bugs pulls out a tactical nuke. Alright, Marvin the Martian. I'm putting that in 50-50. I think Marvin absolutely has tools that could kill DKS. I think he absolutely could kill DKS. But whether he would is a different question by virtue of the fact that, like, Marvin's the exact kind of guy I was just mentioning that Bugs would be able to fool and make a fool out of. So I feel like Marvin's the kind of guy that DKS could potentially beat under the right, depending on how he's feeling that day. Marvin is being foiled 24/7. Marvin's tools mate. Well, not always. They work pretty well against Daffy, all things considered, and I'd say Daffy's more closer to personality to DKS than Bugs. That's why I'm like, I think that's fair. Exactly. Like, he's up against Bugs Bunny, who's like the premier trickster, or Daffy Duck, who's fucking insane. DKS is like the midway point. So I just put him in 50-50. Alright. Tom and Jerry absolutely beating the shit out of DKS. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If those two are working together against DKS, he is fucked. Dude, he is so unbelievably cooked. There's no way. I thought you were referring just a Melmar. No, god damn it. Tom's incompetent? No, Tom's not even incompetent. He's just genuinely outplayed. Tom's been able to come up with way too good at, like, actually coming up with schemes. Combine that with Jerry, they work together, like, every time those two work together. They are always on that shit. They're absolutely doing that. Tom and Jerry would just be in the background of the DKS movies like the Willy Wonka girl. Alright, Betty Boop. I would say Betty loses to DKS. As far as I'm aware, at least, I don't think Betty weaponizes Toon Force to nearly the level that, like, the other characters do. And she's, frankly, I feel like, too... I don't know. Does Betty really go and, like, versus stuff off that? I highly doubt it. I'd probably rank Betty on, like, the would lose to DKS side of things. Does DKS have a code about not hitting her? Absolutely not. If he was willing to fight children on multiple occasions, I feel like Betty Boop is probably not the straw, unless he's gonna try and, like, I don't know, like, ask her on a date, which... Sure. So, yeah, DKS does not... I don't think DKS really has a code... I don't think anybody in this world really has a code against hitting anybody. I could actually see the two getting a drink. What if it's the version from the webcomic Mr. Boop? Dude, I remember seeing a weird, like, a rap battle between Mr. Boop and John Arbuckle that just evolved into Gorefield nonsense. That is unironically how I was introduced to the concept. I need you guys to know this. He was going to hurt Tari. Yeah, exactly. He was going to shoot Tari. He's actively threatened to fight the little Einsteins on multiple occasions. Like, I feel like that... The moment that Betty becomes judge for a day, DKS's clap. Yeah, no, I would put Betty... I think Betty was... I would say would lose, because there's possible... Knowing Betty, there's probably some crazy source material. Plus, she does scale... to Popeye. Do I need to explain anything? Hello everyone, I just came here. We're doing round 2 of DKS versus everyone. Yep, we're doing the empty slot too. I read that whole webcomic in one day. I still need to get around to it. Anyways, I think we can all agree, Popeye absolutely, without question, absolutely 100% definitively beats DKS. There is no argument in my mind. I don't give a flying fuck. Bugs would trick him. Popeye's just beating the shit out of him. Exactly. Popeye is 100% waltzing up to DKS be like, so, you're the punk I heard about. Like, that is literally It's literally just. Can he beat DCast without his spinach? Doesn't matter. He was able to. The shit he is able to do without. He can literally just turn someone into just smaller objects without spinach, and he can just summon it on the fly anyways. So I don't think it matters. Popeye's kicking DCast's ass. He survived being erased from reality. Literally, one of DCast's biggest MOs is literally fucked by Popeye's existence. Felix the cat. I feel like Felix is another 50-50, I feel like. He can knit and anchor. Exactly, Popeye just doesn't have fucking... Popeye just doesn't, like, follow any rules in a fight. Genuinely, I'd be so happy for him to win. ZippityZab, you forgot to make fiction fights. I didn't. It's not that I didn't forget to make fiction fights. It's just that I don't make every suggestion I ever get. I feel like you forget that animation and research and stuff like that takes a lot of time, right? Like. Plus, not to mention, I work on these with Cape Jedi, who does his own versus blog stuff that I occasionally adapt to stuff like that. So it's like, usually it's like a collaborative effort between multiple people, let alone the voice actors I sometimes have to get. So I can't just make a fiction fight whenever I want to. When I first saw the empty slot, I'm surprised to see Alistair and Vox in it. I didn't think you were a Has-Been fan. That's the thing. I haven't actually watched Has-Been Hotel yet. This was actually a suggestion from my roommates and friends down here, where they had suggested these two. Where these two had been also suggested. So I decided against it because I didn't think like. You know, like there's some characters here I'm not really familiar with. But I wanted to include them for the sake of that I included anyways. Like, JJ Maybank was a suggestion from my little sister. I don't know if they're watching the stream, but if you are, hey. But, yeah. Alright, Felix tears off his face and scars DK. What the fuck? I was just gonna say Felix has Toon Force in that magic bag. Also, hi, Frisk VA. But also, what do you... Felix forces DCast to watch this movie. I'd put Felix on the 50-50 level. I know he has, like, Toon Force stuff and is probably really silly, but I feel like DCast would... He's not on the level of bugs where he weaponizes it enough for, you know... Alistair and Vox could fight for each other in Season 2, so it could work. What was my reason for putting Griffith? Steve Gunnar Lork. That makes sense. My reason for Griffith, that was Reggie, my brother's executive pick. So yeah, Reggie Kest himself had the veto pick of the Griffith from Berserk guy. It's a Vine Sauce Joy. Alright, here's Mr. King Dice. He's the mainest in the land. I'm not gonna beat Dice. He's gonna get his ass kicked. I'd say not without a fight. I would say actually I'll bump down Betty. No, I don't know about Betty to arguably say yeah. King Dice is probably getting his ass beat. Like it's not like Cuphead who's like a literal glass cannon. I thought Reggie picked Chicken Little. Not at all. Nope. Berserk is just Reggie's thing. I have not watched the show. It's a similar case to the Has-Been characters. If he tries to trick his way out, he could probably... I think King Dice is smooth enough to probably try and convince DCast to let him in on his side, but in a strict battle, I feel like DCast would probably be able to get the jump on him before King Dice could get that chance. Plus, I don't really think King Dice's case would be able to trick DCast into stealing his soul. Like, DCast has been fooled so many times in making deals and shit, I feel like he's kind of had his fill at this point. Alright. Vector! With direction and magnitude! Fucking Vector. Oh my. The gamest in the land? Oh my god, I'm a fake fan. No! Vector... I don't need anything I need to explain that. Like, I love Vector as much as the next guy, and ignoring the obvious Vector sweep. Oh yeah! He's not exactly, you know... I don't think the squid launcher or anything is really gonna do much to DCast. The best he's got is you know... The best he's got is being able to change DCast to being really small, but even then that's temporary, and DCast can just grow back. So it's like... I am Lord Farquaad. Captain, assemble your finest men! We're going to have to fight DCast! Yeah, no, Farquaad's dead. Farquaad is so dead, I don't even think I need to explain it. Ironically, I feel like DCast and Farquaad would fucking hate each other. Like, DCast is an asshole, alright? But he's not, like, fucking racist like Farquaad is. Farquaad with Huff and Puff and sign an eviction notice. Farquaad is losing, but he'll live. The Super Sucker. DCast has the Super Sucker. He can swallow Farquaad's ghost and kill him there. He genuinely has a way around that. Syndrome. I would have to say no. How would Stick Figure on Crack fare against DCast? I guess that depends, really. I need to rewatch those. Farquaad would absolutely invest in crypto, knowing him. Syndrome when DCast pulls out a plate. Farquaad has his mashup megamix. What do you mean? Being able to summon other DreamWorks characters? That doesn't count. Wait, Farquaad has a spin-off coming up? Hey Zab, what we ranking? We are ranking if which empty slot 2 characters could beat DCast in a fight. I had gotten a couple suggestions for Mr. Incredible and the other guys on the team, but A, Syndrome was an executive pick by one of my friends, and B, come on, it's fucking Syndrome. Syndrome, if he got prep time, I was like, that's the thing. If Syndrome had prep time, would he be able to figure out anything that could really stop DCast? That's what I'm thinking. Like, would Syndrome be able to really think of anything that could be like, I've got a handy way to defeat DCast, and it's, this thingamabobber. Like, how the hell would he do that? Wait, Farquaad didn't die. He returned as a ghost in the Shrek 4D thing. But, that's not important. The important thing is, it's like, whether or not, like, I would... Oh, wait, welcome, Trevor. With the Omni Droid. Okay, the Omni Droid, which I absolutely would include, by the way, definitely changes things. I think DCast could probably defeat an Omni Droid, given the fact that he's able to literally just absorb shit into him. He could probably just bypass the Omni Droid altogether. Syndrome has mind control hypnosis. Okay, yeah, but even then, DCast, I feel like, would not... Would DCast be really affected by mind control? Really? Like... I mean, I suppose there's nothing, like, specific that I've shown off that prevents him from getting mind controlled. But at the same time, he can also just as easily mind control somebody else. Right? Also, if you want to be technical, he chooses the appearance of a Ouija, which, you know, those guys are immune to mind control, given that's their whole spiel, so, I mean, that's also a possibility. I would say Syndrome loses. I think the Omni Droid and stuff like that, they're too physical of an approach to really bypass a way to figure out, to kill DCast, and I don't think Syndrome, even with prep time, would have a way to figure out, like, what DCast's whole deal is. You know what I mean? Emmett. DCast could step on him, but that would kill him, obviously. Isn't DCast the one? Yeah, DCast can also control people. Emmett... I mean, I guess it depends. If you include shit like Lego Dimensions... Dork... The Hot Diggity Dog, ZippityZab is stream... Oh, fuck off, Alex. God damn it. No. Emmett, I guess that depends on what you give him. If you put him in a Lego setting where he can build shit... or has his Lego Dimension stuff, or he can use like the Chaos Emeralds, I 100% would say he beats DKS in a fight. But if it's straight hands and all that, I would probably give it to DKS. Oh, his robot leg makes him immune. True. He does have an immunity with the robot leg. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna bump down DKS to Emmett would probably lose to DKS. I think a lot of Emmett's best stuff is too circumstantial for him to reliably win against DKS more often than not, which sucks because I love the Lego Movie. Granted, I have not seen the second. I have not got around to seeing the second yet. So if I'm wrong or something there, just let me know. Emmett can kind of destroy the entire Lego universe in Lego Movie 2. Wait, what? Literally, this is literally what I just said. I have not seen the second, so, motherfucker. Literally just what I was talking about. Okay, hang on. What is the context for him nearly destroying the Lego universe? Second one isn't too good? Huh, damn, that's a shame. When PD comes up, you can... Oh, yeah, sure, just type it in and then just post it whenever we get to PD. Speaking of... Chicken Little... Can you power scale a job application? Oh, fuck you. Even when my roommates aren't here, they still... Even when my roommates aren't here, they're still going out of their way to fuck with me on stream. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. Okay, Chicken Little. Yeah, I don't need to explain why Chicken Little loses. Okay, basically, Rex teaches Emmett the ability to destroy. His future self trying to turn him evil. What? He ends up unwillingly destroying the entire universe? What the fuck? I still say he would lose to DKS at the end of the day. I still think DKS is probably more likely to try and actively kill somebody over Emmett. The Mythers would lose to DKS. I think they got some good stuff, and I think they get that their like snow and ice shit, that this ice and fire shit is still pretty good. But I still think they would lose. Not to the extent as these three, but definitely up there. This guy is... I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Fuck. I'm Mr. Potential Man. I'm Mr. No... I don't know where I was going with that joke. Jack Skellington. Jack's losing. They're basically weather gods. They got an advantage. Fair, but also DKS can also just like... You're gone now. That's my attack. So it's like... To be fair, DKS can't hurt Chicken Little as much as his dad did. If they had Ice Snort stuff, they so... I've seen Smizer's I've seen those videos, yes, they're fucking hilarious. I love the Here Comes Pac-Man one. I watch that all the time. Yeah, Jack and Oogie Boogie, I think they could put up a decent fight, but I don't think they're really going to be able to do much to DKS at the end of the day. So, like, I feel like they don't really got enough to warrant that. Jack probably want to have... He'd probably have fun with how DKS creepy he is and make a compliment on scary. I mean, I suppose, maybe... I guess it depends on the con... In the LoL universe, I figured people would find DKS really creepy because he basically just wears the skin of somebody else, copies uses other people's voices when he speaks, and shit like that. Like, he's like a very bizarre character that kind of freaks people out. Whereas out of universe, I feel like people are like, okay, it's a blue guy with a mustache, and at the very least, if they know who Mario is a guy who's dressed as a blue Luigi. Oogie versus DKS would go hard. Dude, that'd be fucking... I would love to see... That musical number would go great. Linus! Linus, Lucy, and Calvin's dad are all on the absolutely losing tier list. I'm sorry. I love these. I love you guys. You are so fucked. Yeah. Is someone knocking on my door? No. Right. Geronimo Stilton. Jack's whole thing is scaring freaking me out. He loved DK. Yeah, he agreed. He would like DK. Lucy would win if it was an arm wrestling contest. So yeah. Calvin's dad sweeps when you're on about it. I wish I could give those three the sweep ski cast, but I gotta be realistic here. Geronimo the goat still. Okay, now. Oh, you say? Hey, welcome back. Big June. We're currently ranking people against DKest, and we're on Geronimo Stilton. Geronimo is on that same boat, unfortunately. Fucking. I love Geronimo, but I feel like unless. Wait, no. Kingdom of Fantasy. 50-50 on that mark. I think if you give Geronimo the shit he has in the Kingdom of Fantasy stuff, I think there's a legitimately good chance he can use his the time machine that he has from his friend, or being able to summon the dragon, the swords and shit. I think Geronimo has a chance where he could beat DKest. Do I think it's a great chance? I think it's 50-50 at best, because DKest still is more experienced, has a lot better shit, but it's not zero. Geronimo could beat DKest. Because that's why he's my GOAT. Captain Underpants beats DKest. I'm just going to say that right there. Captain Underpants is one of those characters who would absolutely, DKest would think he doesn't need to, he can just make fun of the whole time, and then proceeds to get his shit rocked. Captain Underpants completely, I would absolutely argue, wins that one. The motherfucker literally shit out a black hole at one point. Yeah, that literally, he noticed a robot who could punch a hole through a comic book, alright? Calvin's dad just as a ghost. Your bath time and DKest gets one shot. Captain Underpants is shit out a black hole, beat up one-shot a robot who could punch through a comic book. Absolutely. Alright. Alright, it's time for... Alright. Who went? Who? Cass or Captain Underpants? Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants is absolutely winning this one. There is no way he's not. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, in the show, he literally shits... There's literally a toilet that's supposed to destroy the galaxy or some shit. So Captain Underpants just uses it, takes his shit in it, and it turns into a black hole, I think is what happens. Alright. Alright. Random Dogman fan. I'll take the stage for why PD makes a decent match. Feel free to go off on that one. Because I had not read the Dogman stuff in a while, so I don't know what all PD has. DKest is twice as fuck because you basically Mr. Krupp. We want Griffith from... Hey! Reggie is in the chat! That was a surprise I was not expecting to see today. We want Griffith. I'll get to Griffith in a second on the tier list, Reggie. You're almost there. But no, but... So yeah, that's a surprise to see. So, yeah. Let's see. So, feel free to explain. PD in the comics is a reformed villain. Plenty of inventions. The Love Ray. The Love Ray is one of those things. Captain Underpants would perfectly fit in the kid... Oh yeah, absolutely! He could definitely fit in the Kid Next Door universe. Right, Krupp with Underpants' powers, perfect fit for a Kid Next Door villain. The love ray. What exactly is the love ray here? The love ray is a gun. Well, I figure it was. Yeah, no, that's a legitimate way that he could get DCAS gets hit by it. I think it's a legitimate win con. I'll look into PD's other equipment here. Because I think PD could be like a Doofenshmirtz case where he has a lot of equipment, but I don't know how useful it would be in the grand scheme of things, if that makes sense. Here it is. The transmutation with the water manipulation, shrink ray, living spray, word. PD uses I forgot about the word be gone. Imagine PD using the word be gone to get rid of DCAS's subtitles. Yeah. How can you add PD to a roster where the creator doesn't know? Oh, simple. I've read some of the Dogman comics and I'm interested in reading more. I like Dogman. I'd love to read more of the comics that include PD. I've been needing... A lot of characters here are used as a way to, like... Basically just as an excuse to get me into the source material that I need to get around to a while. Like, Reggie has been watching... Like, Reggie suggested Griffith, for instance. It gave me an excuse to watch more anime. I've been meaning to get around to that. Same thing with, like, say, I've been meaning to binge the Geronimo Stilton series, so I meant to obviously put Stilton back on here. Obviously, I've been getting around to, like, you get the idea. I know enough about Dogman to say I know enough about PD. I knew about the word be gone and, like, the stuff like that. But yeah, PD I would say lose. PD has some win cons, but I think it's more likely that DCAS just runs up to him, beats his ass, and leaves. Greg and Nate are absolutely cooked. I'm sorry here. Those two are so cooked. I especially feel bad for Nate because he'd recognize DCAS after all this time. Greg would probably be cathartic. Now there's the cat in the hat. There's no doubt about that. In fairness, most of all, not my suggestions were stuff I assumed you weren't into to make things more interesting. That's fair. Oh yeah, my sister suggested, both my sisters got to suggest a character. Chucky from Child's Play for one of them, and JJ Maybank for another. My dad, me and my dad had a lot of similar interests, so a lot of the slasher villains and stuff like that were included with his interest in mine. Now, my goat, the Cat in the Hat, I would say he loses, but he does have some decent stuff. Obviously, the things make good support, some bizarre things. The movie one's dead. Thanks for letting you geek out. I hope P wins the end. He's like, hey, it's no problem. I love getting people getting to chat about characters they like here. That's the whole point of this, is so people can talk about them. The Cat in the Hat would call DCAS a psycho. Like, oh, absolutely. I think the Cat in the Hat would fucking hate DCAS. Because DCAS' whole thing is trying to take control of everything. Whereas the Cat in the Hat is the definition of like, chaotic good. Same with me for some of the Hearts Empty Slot characters. I want to get into the door. Yeah, see, the Empty Slot's a good way that gives me an excuse to finally sit down and watch shit I've been meaning to this whole time. Paul Blart. And we were all talking about Syndrome with Prep Time, but nobody talked about Paul Bart. Paul Bart. God damn it. Paul Blart's fucked, alright? I think we're all in agreement on that one. Last words before losing is dirty. Fuck. I love the idea of this fucking guy just losing. Oh my god, that's funny. Always bet on Blart. JJ Maybank. Okay. This is my sister's suggestion. I don't know if she's on stream. Probably not. I have no idea who the hell this guy is, but he's probably just a normal dude. So I'm putting him in loses to DCast because he literally just looks like some fucking guy. Song Boss and King Pig would be perfect rivals. Dude, not only would they be perfect rivals, I've been debating on making that a matchup for the longest time. That's such a good idea for a video. So they already did the birds versus the plants. It'd be a great, like, part 2. Alright. The Breaking Bad guys are all on 100% lose. Even if you give them to Cartel and everything, they're still winning. They're still 100% winning. No, DCast is. Not them. Like, DCast is 100% winning compared to these fucks. Walter would be like, say my name, and then he hears a bunch of trumpet noises before he fucking dies. If Walter White gave DCast... I don't even think, canonically speaking, I don't even know if DCast knows what meth is. Like, I feel like DCast has, like, the mindset of a kid from, like, the early 2010s. I've said this before, he thinks that the LGBTQ is a country that people are from. Still, for the longest time. Like, he's not exactly the most up-to-date with things. I don't think he knows what it is. I hardly think he knows what meth is, let alone how... He'd probably take a bite out of it instead of actually, like, doing it, like, the old-fashioned way of the show. Guess why are you blue? Rank who would do bad. Billy Butcher. Billy's losing. Even if you let him use his Compound V stuff, Billy is still fucked. Yeah, Billy is still fucked. I don't think his power really is a candle to anything DCast has. Why are you teal? Why are you cyan? Why are you Hatsune Miku colored? There's so many different ways. DCast is a twig compared to Jason. That's an interesting one. This is an interesting one. DCast is gonna get shit rocked in hand-to-hand combat. And Jason never dies, so likewise, even if DCast did get a chance to, like, fight Jason, I feel like Jason would win. But DCast has so many ways to just bypass Jason's immortality. Jason loses, but only because DCast has so many, like, abilities to just outplay the motherfucker. Could DCast beat Homelander? Dude, everybody fucking beats Homelander. There's multiple arguments for why the fucking Peanuts character is gonna unironically beat Homelander. So yeah, fucking... Yeah, Jason Voorhees absolutely... I think is getting kicked, unfortunately. Which sucks. Jason never dies, but I don't exactly know what he's supposed to do. Yeah, that's true. Freddy, yeah, Jason's not a slouch, don't get me wrong. I think if it's like straight fisticuffs, DCast is getting his ass beat. I just don't know what Jason's supposed to do. I just don't know what Jason is exactly supposed to do in the event DCast, like, just snaps him out of existence or some shit. Jeff the Killer would defeat DCast by getting on top of him and punching him in the heart. He punches DCast in his heart. Like, Freddy's in a similar boat, except I would... Where would I put Freddy? Kruger on the other hand with the glove. Send me a thing of bleach. This is base DCast we're up against. I unironically think that even ZippityZab from my, like, Zab Lab series could beat Jeff the Killer in a fight. I would put money on that. I would win in that fight. Hell, I even think I could just beat Jeff the Killer in a fight. No channel shit, no ARG, no series. I deadass think I could beat Jeff the Killer in a fight. Anyways, so we're on agreement that the minute Freddy tries to get Freddy in the real world, fucked, cooked, absolutely dead. In the dream world, and or with the Necronomicon, both are pretty powerful at their peak. And in the novels, as long as evil exists, he can return. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything stopping DKS from just, again, deleting Freddy out of the... Why aren't some of the photos on the tier list doing different... Oh, what I did was I used, like, a slicer to, like, slice... I had them all baited in pairs of 8 to fit them all in Vegas, and then I just sliced them from there. I think it's because I think it's just, like, the 1x1 settings of, the tier maker that kind of fucked it up. I have no idea what the difference is. Freddy, I would say, loses, because there's nothing stopping DKS from just going into that novel and then just saying, Freddy can die even if he's the embodiment of evil because I said so. There's nothing stopping DKS from just updating the fourth wall to fuck with Freddy on that part. Chucky's another case where he loses pretty. St. Ash. The Gillman's even worse, because the Gillman needs water, and even if you get rid of that weakness, and include... No, I can bump up the Gillman. There's some novels that, like, let him have, like, weather manipulation and can control, like, storms and shit. Go to sleep? Dude, how am I gonna put the fucker... Source, I made it up. Exactly! DKS can go, usually for most characters, DKS can just go, my source is, I made it the fuck up! So unless it's characters who have other fourth wall shit, or he's just genuinely caught off guard, like with Geronimo and Captain Underpants, more often than not, he has, like, he can win. Because he'll just regenerate from any of the damage taken, and just keep getting up from there. Beat it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sure anything Ash Williams. I think the guy is cool as hell. I just don't think, like, even with the Necronomicon, there's nothing from stopping DKS from just basically just using whiteout on the book. I had to get 2 unskippable ads when he answered my question. Ah, shit, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, long story short, Tiermaker did a funny because instead of 1x1, their images weren't 1x1. My bad. The Killer Clowns are losing to DKS. They got army size, but you can just... Same thing with the Martians. The Tripods... Ah, man, that'd be like my autism fighting my other autism, basically. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fucking Will Radford, Jesus Christ. No, no. War of the Worlds 2025 is my new least favorite film of all time. Genuinely, I don't... Screw that guy, he's getting cooked. But yeah, I think... I didn't see a point in changing it on the tier list because it's like... Come on. We're gonna use this for, like, what, a week at most, and then when the empty slot ends, and that's probably it. Sounds like there's a whole lot of fire. God damn it. My old least favorite movie was the live-action Cat in the Hat, ironically. Agent J is losing. Even if you let the entirety of the Men in Black get involved, I still feel like Jay is getting his ass beat. Radford would just watch the fight and react. Radford's just gonna watch DKS and just be like, send your YouTube poop ass back to space or some shit. Dark Element's a similar case. Beetlejuice can also erase shit, but I feel like DKS has like a better, more reliable means of doing it. But DKS is just generally stronger, and I feel like has much more reliable means of beating the shit out of someone. Shutters and Rodfellows. He dies frame 1. Hey, I was giving Dark Elf the benefit of the doubt with the space station and shit like that. Real Radford tries to pay Bugs Bunny with Amazon gift cards. Oh my god. Gritty and the Philly Fanatic are losing. The Flames of Disaster! Beetlejuice is a 50-50. Real, I feel like you'd have to give Beetlejuice stuff from the cartoon to be a 50-50, and even then, I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like DKS is more like is just better at a fight. I know that's ironic, but coming from a guy who consistently loses due to not thinking things through. This is fucking Beetlejuice, alright? Wade Whipple's getting his ass beat unless he somehow taps into the power of the Chaos Emeralds, which would be really funny. Could you just imagine just DKS just going to try and beat the shit out of Wade Whipple and then he suddenly goes super or some shit? That would be so fucking funny. Fucking Zavok. Ash is chosen to destroy all evil. He got his butt kicked, but he went through. Well, that's the thing. Again, DKS could just, like, say no, just rewrite the story so it's someone else is chosen to fight all evil. And even then, I don't even think DKS is really evil. Sure, he's an asshole. He's a narcissistic dick. But I feel like that wouldn't be, like, enough to warrant, like, pure evil. Zavok can control DKS's robot. Okay, yeah, but how far is that really gonna get him, right? Like, sure, he can control Eggman's tech, but, like, unless for some reason Metal Sonic and the Death Egg happen to just be chilling right next to DKS. I feel like... Oh, yikes. Like, I feel like unless the Death Egg just happens to be right next to DKS and Metal Sonic's just chilling and be like, Zavok, I'm going to help you fight DKS or some shit. I don't really know what Zavok's supposed to do, right? At best, he controls DKS's technology, which malfunctions at best. And that's not really gonna help him when DKS's best equipment is his hacks. You know what I mean? If Wade wins the empty slot, he can use the Chaos. Maybe. Mappy and Dig Dug are cooked. You would have to really stretch to scale to Pac-Man if you want them to beat DKS. And I highly doubt it. Same thing with Michael Afton and Charlie. Sure, they got some good shit with, like, their shit and whatnot, but I feel like they're not, like, they don't have as wide of, like... I feel like Remnant's not really a thing DKS would give a shit about. Like, sure, it'd fuck with them for a while, but then he can just be like, I'm afraid of no ghost, and just get rid of them there. The Virgin Mappy versus the Go Geronimo. And speaking of which, it's Freddy Fazbear. He's gonna get you and he's gonna fucking die. He's Freddy Fazbear. I shit you not. I know the entirety of that song from front to back. Busted makes me feel. Busted makes me feel good. No, I shit you not. I know the entirety of the Freddy Fazbear song from front to back. I could do it from the top of my head. Freddy does have one way to win. And that's by using FNAF world scaling. And I feel like I'm disingenuous to give him that. Same Sparky the dog, he's not even canon, but he's an animatronic at the very least. Ink Demon and Twisted Alice are both fucked in the same vein, where they have some good shit, don't get me wrong, but it's like... How much money you want to sing on stream? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Here. $10 for some Cane's chicken later tonight. I'll sing. Why the hell not? Sure, fuck it. That's the stream goal. There we go. Just fucking money, enough money so that way I can fucking get some food later tonight that's not just Chef Boyardee. Mettaton and Muffet have an advantage in the fact that they can just fuck with DKS's soul directly and buy it. But at the same time, given how heavy Undertale is with the messing with the fourth wall stuff, I feel like they are both subject to DKS's fourth wall chicanery. Tenna and Jebel, yeah, they're all cooked. I don't think their soul hacks or manipulations really going to be able to work on them, and even then, it's like, Tenna vaguely has some good reality warping stuff, but I don't know what's stopping them from just, like, DKS from just, like, fucking them up with that regard. Thanks for taking my... Hey, no problem. If it wasn't broke, I would... That's a mood. I wish I... There's so many people I want to join memberships of. I just don't have the money for it. The only thing I really have on the only subscription service I actually have is Nintendo Switch Online, and that's mostly because so I can play Smash Brothers stuff, and because I use it free... Daddy G, AJ, you son of a bitch! God damn it. Fuck. God damn it. God, no. I was... Oh no. God. I could have used this for gambling, Zab. You better God fucking shit. Oh no. Oh God. Fuck. Oh no. Oh jeez. God. Oh no. Cheese and rice. God darn it. Ow. Oh no. Oh boy. Alright. Just kidding. Don't blame him, blame me. Nah, it's fine. I don't give a shit. It's just fucking, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Dude, you guys are gonna clip this and make fun of me for ages. Oh my lord. Alright. You knew we had insane people. Look, usually I do this stuff with the expectation that nobody's gonna do it by virtue of the fact that I'm assuming most of us are all like 20s to 30, like teenagers to are in our 30s, but not exactly a budget to work with, right? So it's like, I only do this in the vague hopes that one of my viewers is like secretly rich or something. And that's it. Alright. Do I sing the Freddy Fazbear or like the Freddy Fazbear, or do I go like into something else? Oh shit, yeah, here. Here, I'll do Henry real quick since Henry's absolutely a 50-50 because Henry has so many options to win. But DKS is more straightforward. It really is just a debate. Sad, I'm a young adult with gambling issues, never underestimate. My gambling addiction started with Luigi on the Mario 64 DS. Sing the fast. Alright, I'll do the Freddy Fazbear song. Drop the out. Alright, give me 1 second to download. Alright, do you hear it? Wait, that's not the instrumental. Okay, I'll find the instrumental. I know it's somewhere else, but... Let's see. So let's see if that works. If not, hang on. Oh. Okay, yes, it works. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to show up my voice acting and singing today. Oh man, I'm so good. Why can't it have been a song that like actually involves singing and not me looking like a moron? Here we go. Alright, you got... Alright, you sure this is the FNAF song you guys want, or do you guys want like another one? I know all the lyrics to like Hat Trick by JT Music or something. I can do that. Alright, let's see. Is this the one we want, or... Peak music choice, Alright, one more scene to the next music computer. Oh, that's nice. I've been working a lot on Glom Gold recently, too, so yeah, moveset making's currently in the midst. So yeah, I think... Alright. Alright, because everyone's... What is this? No, it's just a... Another 10? Are you serious? Danny, no! Danny... First of all, you guys are way too fucking nice to me. Oh my god, you're gonna... Wait, I swear, you guys do this too much. You make me want to... You're gonna make me want to cry. Come on! Don't do this to me. You guys are gonna make me cry when you guys don't. You guys make me... I feel like I should be out, and I feel like I should be used to you guys doing this, but I'm not. God damn it. Thank you. Alright. Prepare yourself. Fuck it. Hopefully this doesn't peek on the mic. Alright.
I'm pretty faster. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna make you scared. I'm pretty faster. Better close the doors or you're gonna get jump scared. I'm Freddy Fazbear. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna make you cry. I'm Freddy Fazbear. I'm gonna get you and sing you a lot. I'm Toy Freddy and you better be ready, cause when we come down, yeah, we're gonna have a party with the lights and a mask that you keep on. Monkeys in the hole, don't keep it on long. I'm eating booty, I eat it all. Toy Chica's just right down the hall. My Chica's broken, all withered and bust. I'm for a new one, tested I must. Can't give up now, sit down, you can never leave. Not while I'm blowing at the screen. Ventilation is starting to remote. Sleeping here and I hear the audio. Working graveyard, trying to make your scene. I'm murder road. Trying to make a scene, you cannot escape. So don't even try, now I'm at your door. Say goodbye. Party's not over, we're coming home with you. I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your head. I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your bed. Better flash your light, check the hall all night. Check the closet too, better check it twice. You can survive us. Flash your light or you will die. You will die. God damn it. A show was requested of me. I will act performatively. You can watch my show at 3. Now, it's so weird without the vocal effects for this one. I'm starting to have so much fun. I hate that. That was shit. Oh my lord, that was awful. They're forcing me to do karaoke. A nice re-meeting of all the secrets you've been keeping. Why do you chase things that clearly
intend to keep repeating. If an animatronic acts inappropriately, the appropriate thing is to shock them consecutively. Then back to your seat to finish up your night shift. We'd like to thank you for a gift. Fuck! God damn it! I just did that live on stream. I'm never gonna live that down. Oh my lord. Alright, and then there's hat trick. This one I actually know how to do. This one I can actually do that doesn't sound like a bunch of shit. Okay, I did this at karaoke one time. I did this at a I did this and Mean Green Mother from Outer Space at a karaoke night one time. So mostly because of my history in choir means I somewhat know how to sing. I'm just not the best with voices. Also, hey, this is ironic because I used this for DKS for the year DKS last year. Yeah, welcome back, people who came back. You're watching me embarrass myself on stream. Yay! I'm not making the fucking Springtrap sound. That's better. Hi, kids. You like night shift? If I kill the lights, could you survive this? Want me to stick spring locks into my eyelids and rise from the dead like my French Islands? I never left the spotlight that I'm in, so I'm back does not quite define it. Nonetheless, I'll catch you blindsided. A fast right now I'm in the right biz. Living definition of what Frankenstein defined was familiar, then bastardized. Back for another bite. Oh, mine's surprising, just like the pizza. I'm not expiring. Open up your mind. Show me right inside. Nice frontal lobe. I like to try it. Nobody is blowing the top off of my lid. What good is a crime done if I don't hide it? My gift to you. The suit is the die fit. What's your name, buddy? You might know what mine is. Who knows my history? White chalk or lines it. Gotta figure it out good. Now I'll just rewrite it. They're lining up for me. Don't we love the show? Right where I wanna be. Can't really do the backup vocals. Still. Yeah, I can't really do the backup vocals, so this part just sounds really weird. The dark side of my if you want answers, you get stabbed. Check that defense work, or you'll be gaslit. Haunted by the past tragedies of magic, but this rabbit knows a lot more than hat tricks. How it hurts to not know what happened here. Where's the rest of the staff? Don't go asking, dear. Too bad that backpack can tap it. I said a package, just get it, I spring clapped him. On the edge of your seat, extracted. Happy to see me back clapping. Love an encore, or I'm not an acting. But I keep you watching as long as I'm slashing. Ever wonder why when a car crashes? The reason we all wanna see the crash. People need the details, even if it's dazzling. Nothing like a passenger that gets foot traffic. Line them up for me. Not the curtain, it's time to captivate. They want a story. Got an audience, I won't make them wait. I've been so long waiting on your silence. Now mine's all wrong. Oh yeah, the AMV version is like way shorter. I put it shorter because that all the lyrics beat cast to a T. Ooh. Like it and I'm in the Hall of Fame, son. Right beside the greats, allow me to name some. Chucky, Norman Bates, Michael and Jason. Pennywise and Freddy, the girl with the blade one. Hannibal, Candyman, such inspirations. Tommy derivatives, always all of creation. Originality is a hallucination. So what if I sold my soul in order to make some? We cannot have innovation without anything to take from. Tap into imagination. How am I to work if I don't get to play none? I seal my secrets, but the lock is sprung a leak. Your heart and cry you can't bleed. That's all you wanna see. Light it up. Oh man, I can't do the backup vocals here. This part's pretty awkward. So yeah. There, see, a hat trick's something I actually somewhat know how to actually sing. And same thing with Mean Green Mother from Outer Space, because I attempted to join a musical for that one. God, you guys are never gonna let me live this down. This probably sounds so fucking bad. That probably sounded so awful. Oh my lord, no one's ever gonna let me live this down. Dude, I know as soon as I get home for summer break, dude, the first thing my brother and my dad are gonna do, they're gonna show me this and make fun of me for it. Best waste of $20. Oh, that's not it. Insert the dancing spring trap I posted. Ah, shit. Nice. It's already beginning, isn't it? Who knows? Maybe I'll sing Mean Green Mother from Outer Space at the end of this. Who knows? The sniper is losing to DCAS. I feel like the team is better than my singing, at least. I mean, I've got some training in it. I've been practicing myself, and obviously it's just, you know, I haven't just done it I've never done it, like, in public before, I guess. I don't know. Jungle Amashima is also losing to DCAS, given the fact that, like, thanks, guys. Really, I really appreciate it. Wasn't that bad. Better than my singing. It's actually pretty good. I really appreciate that, guys. Really. Now, Junko's losing to DCAS. Better Fortune is obviously smarter. Junko wins. I don't want to hear it. The lore bullshitty enough to funk with. Okay, look, Junko. Look. Junko is a tough son of a bitch. All right. $10 more to sing the AI Evil Woody song. I don't know the lyrics. I sing in yodel in a different language. They're not American, so I won't judge you. $20, you can buy my many peanuts. Ooh, that is true. For $20, you can buy many peanuts. Woohoo! Anyways, I love The Simpsons. Junko's lose. Look. Junko is tough, all right. But I feel like if I gave the win to Springtrap, I would give the win to DCAS, given the fact DCAS is way tougher than fucking Springtrap, can also become a ghost and chomp people and shit like that, and can also do, like, who knows how much shit, alright? Like, I don't know what Junko's supposed to do if DCAS just goes into the video editor and just pulls Junko out of it. DCAS's hypothetical punishment is rewatching is basically would probably just be, you know that scene in Ralph Breaks the Internet, where, like, yeah. Like, where is it? This shit, right? This. This is the shit. This is basically DCAS's punishment time. It's the scene from Ralph Breaks the Internet where it's just.
You're talking about Junior.
Where it's just basically. This is DCAS's punishment time.
Ralph
just seeing people insulting
worst.
him online is probably DCAS's punishment time.
He's so fat and ugly.
Which, by the way, can I just say that I fucking hate that shit. Wrong thing. I'm closing this. Fucking. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely. So yeah, that's DCAS's punishment time. He's not gonna get to that point, but still. Jesse is also, as opposed to Pinkman. Jesse from Minecraft Story Mode only gets a better thing given the fact that he has better shit. And Jesse's still losing. Same thing with Sunflower. I'm giving it like a Sunflower is an interesting case because my pick for Sunflower is either I'm just gonna do like a composite one or maybe just Solar Flare so that way I can give like fire attacks too for like the standards and like stuff like from Garden Warfare. It might just be Solar Flare in all honesty. I'm still figuring that out. Depending on how that goes. Jesse loses because his game is lost media. Lost media, you say? Where is it? Hang on, I had it somewhere. That ain't lost media, I have it right here. Now see, look at this. Thankfully, I don't gotta worry about that. I can play Minecraft Story Mode whenever I want. A worthless bum plagiarizing other people's fashion. Funny story. I made a headcanon from the pigs being immortal because how much they go there. I mean, technically speaking, it is. They are. Apparently, there's like a short that shows when a pig gets poofed, they wind up in a white void and then come back to just fight again. I need to do Zomboss versus King Pig at some point. Zomboss and King Pig, speaking of which, are losing. No, I feel like if we're giving them their entire armies, I think they got a 50-50 shot. Given Zomboss can actually coordinate, and the Angry Birds guys have a lot of random bullshit. Whereas this one's just a sunflower, you know what I mean? I'll put that at 50-50. If it's just King Pig or just Zomboss, they're obviously dead. I'm referring to like if we give them their whole ass armies, because I assumedly was thinking of incorporating those for the moveset. Has anyone read the new Angry Bird comics where King Pig's a genuine serious? Oh, interesting. I have to check that out. I feel like I don't need to explain these three. Do I need to explain why Godzilla and company could beat the shit out of DKS, right? Godzilla can step on exactly. Like, well, not even just that. Godzilla can evolve to adapt with shit. Ghidorah's literally this guy from the fourth dimension beyond reality. Like, not even getting... That's not, like, these aren't even specific versions. If I use, like, Ultima or some shit, hell nah. DKS is fucked with a capital A. Hedorah, I'm putting lower tier because he's just generally not as powerful. The giant condor is dead. I'm sorry to all my giant condor fans, unfortunately. He'll get his chance another day. Super Braid versus DKS, that's awesome. Agreed. DKS is radioactive, that kid. Fawful I'm also putting on 50-50 depending on what you give the guy. I'd say Tatanga and Wart lose to DKS. They just generally don't got that much on their disposal to really... Fawful added nuts to it. Fawful has a shot depending on what you give him. Like, if that is like his final form for Bowser's Inside Story and shit like that, I think there's a good shot he could probably beat the shit out of DKS. But it's also just as likely DKS just pulls a Bowser and just like, listen up, you can't take over Super Smash Bros, lol. I'm taking over Super Smash Bros, lol. Who suggested the giant condor? That would be my roommate, Alex. He was on stream earlier, making fun of me about getting a job. President Koopa's 100% losing. I don't think I need to explain that. Toadette, I would say, is 50-50, given that they actually can venture with the Mario Brothers and do shit like that. I feel like that's a reasonable thing to say. The cow is losing. I think Chunky Kong is... I'm going to put Chunky Kong on lose just because they're usually way too scared, whereas Toadette will often hop into danger. I think Chunky Kong's too much of a worry word to actively compete. And then there's Chunky! He's dead. Thank you. Thank you. I was hoping somebody would say the joke so I wouldn't. Wah Peach is dead. We don't even know what they would do. And DKS knows yodeling. The cow's done for. Do you know songs made an FNF mod involving Toadette? Oh, really? Interesting. Lord X. I need a pause on this one, because this is specifically Lord X, not 2011 X. This is him in the future, where he's actively experienced and knows, like, idea of what the fuck he's doing. Depends on how much Lord... He lost it. No, that was 2011 X, like X like the mainline songs that DC. Like, this is in the future where like he's actively learned from his mistakes. Does Lord X have a way to kill? Well, no, because DKS doesn't have like a soul or anything. Lord X could just like hijack, you know? Why do I still have these on? I'll put that at a 50-50. I think that's fair to put that as a 50-50. Yeah, well... Okay, so Lord X is basically Sonic.exe, where he, right? For his lore, he's basically just Sonic.exe, but this is years in the future, so like the modern day now. Where after the years after the original story, he's like, instead of being the goofy asshole we like to make fun of, he genuinely is now a legitimate cunning, conniving threat that could genuinely be tough to trouble. It's basically if Red from NES Godzilla, I would say, was like Sonic.exe, basically. And he had a damn good singing voice. So I would put, no, I'm going to put Lord X would beat DKS. I would put that there. I would say Ignited Luigi loses to DKS. I feel like that's a fair sentiment to put. Ben is interesting, but I still think he loses because at the end of the day, he's just like a bunch of code that traps people and stuff that DKS could just manipulate to his whim. Daddy King beats DKS into a pancake by turning him, like, chucking him into the room. What the fuck? I hate that I know exactly what episode you're talking about. I Miss the Quiet. Dude, I Miss the Quiet's such a banger, man. I miss the quiet. Yes, I do. Entity Theo 3 is cooked. Jeff is... Jeff is Jeff deserves his own tier. Wade is a cop. Will runs the DHS. Walter is part of a giant fucking... Jeff the Killer is a snotty teen, a scrawny snotty teen, no less, who is covered in burns and acid wounds. He's dead! Big Mr. ironically better than Mr. Clyde. I need to get around to listening to the whole album. Yeah, I know June commented earlier that Jeff could just punch DKS in the heart and then DKS's heart will stop. Does DKS even have a heart? I know I've animated him with like a skeleton before, but I don't think I've ever really thought if he has like a genuine anatomy or whether or not he's just creating it. I like to think he doesn't legitimately have that anatomy and just creates it because he just thinks Ouija has like a skeleton. Also, if you saw Chasington's video with Jeff the Killer's legal status, I've genuinely thought about making Zablap 3 star Jeff the Killer. I've legitimately thought about that on occasion, about just having Jeff the Killer be in the canon here. I thought that'd be really funny. Like... Okay, so yeah, Jeff's best bet is relying on non-canon stuff like Jeff versus Slender Man to get an get something like that supernatural strength or shit that he has given. Jeff's only chance of winning is a sneak. You're really gonna... Slender Man. Slender Man's absolutely beating the shit out of DKS. Like, Slender Man is basically every argument about Freddy Krueger being, like, oh, he's the embodiment of evil. Except, even that, Slender Man's whole thing is that he exists because we believe in him. DK's just acknowledging Slender Man in a fight makes him exist in that world. Basically, the idea behind Slender Man lore, like, in the mainline mythos, Slender Man will appear in any universe that you believe he will show up in. And the crazy thing is that he's, like, outside of this realm, too. He's, like, outside of just reality, too, and, like, encompasses a bunch of realms and shit. So he's not like Freddy Krueger or Ash, where he's solely contained to it. He's, like, outside of that in a similar vein to X. Hey, you hungry home invader? Stop raiding our refrigerator! Symbol, just forget it. Do you really think DKS is gonna try and forget Slender exists? Or you think he's gonna try and be like, oh, I can beat the shit out of Slender Man, it's just a white guy? The Rake is dead. Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig. Has Daddy Decaf ever won a buddy puddle jumping? So, you're the punk I've heard about. Daddy Pig is prepared to kick some ass. Motherfucker. Alright. Captain America. Yeah, Captain America's my favorite superhero, but even I know he's washed. Same thing. Most of the Marvel characters are just washed, because unless they, like, have, like, cosmic scaling, they're kind of fucked against Decaf in that regard. But don't get me wrong, I think in a hand-to-hand battle, Decaf is getting his ass beat. I have a feeling Daddy Pig is going to win by a landslide. I'm genuinely curious who you all think is going to win on this one. There's so much... I want to make this as tough of a competition as possible. Don't send this stream to Shreckles. Too late, I posted it to the server. Jeff might win if he uses the Infinity Gem T8 in Rivals. What?! I do not know fucking Marvel Rivals lore, apparently. Beavis and Butthead lose. Ned and Sideshow Bob lose, but not as badly. Dude, Frank Grimes would hate Decaf so badly. Man. Ooh, ow. Beavis and Butthead have Phineas and Ferb where they just work out for them. They can do it. I mean, sure, but I feel like Decaf bypassing that shit could probably, like... Comic Jeff has stole Doctor Strange's stuff with a right... What? What happened with Jeff the Land Shark? Okay. Cornholio kick his ass. Drew! Cornholio! I am the great Cornholio! I need TP for my bunghole. I outscale Decaf Productions! Yeah, Frank Grimes I feel like would hate Decaf because I feel like he's like Homer Simpson but worse. Frank calls Decaf everything wrong with law and dies. Exactly. Griffith! Reggie, are you still on stream? I have no... Actually, hang on, wait. Do you think I could just call him? I wonder if I can just call Reggie if he would answer. Unless he's still on stream. Fuck it. Because I don't know shit about Berserk. This was his choice, so I'm just going to call him real quick. He's probably not busy, I don't think.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Voicemail, damn it. Alright. Well. Why would you add a character you know nothing about to your law? Mostly to get into the series because I'm meaning to watch more anime, and this was... I let everyone in my family, pick one character to add to the empty slot. So I just let Reggie pick a character, and he picked Griffith. Alright, so... fucking... I'll just send him a text saying I don't know anything about Berserk, so I need help on what Griffith can do. I just sent him a text. Alright, we'll put a pin in him for now. Bob! Well... It was him that said, yes, it was Reggie who suggested Griffith. Bob. Ain't this ironic? The irony speaks for itself, I would say. I still stand by that. Discord, I also put as 100% beating DKS. Discord, it basically just be like Bill Cipher versus Discord, except Discord actually wins because DKS is way too incompetent. Surprised Reggie didn't pick Reggie. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, no, go here above. No! I just deleted it! No! No, 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 no! Ah, fuck! God damn it! God darn it. There, do canonically one tier. Right, here we go. Shit. Alright, back up the list you go. That was Popeye. Here you go. Popeye the Sailor Man. Zab fumble. Zab fumbling? More likely than you might think. Yeah, Bob canonically won. I want to say Griffith is 50-50, but I don't want Angus. But here, I just look up what he does on Versus Wiki because they probably don't give you like the actual context behind it. What does this guy do? Oh yeah, acrobatics. That's it. Fate manipulation, mind manipulation, reality warping. Interesting. I'll put Griffith at 50-50, yeah. It seems that he has some abilities to cancel his DKSs out, but I feel like the story-breaking shit might be a bit more for him to handle. I'll just put him in the 50-50. Ah, shit, I just closed. Chat. Nope, I need to see the chat. Alright, there we go. Chuck E. Cheese. Okay. You guys are gonna kill me for this. Chuck E. Cheese actually does have a way to defeat DKS. He can transmute anyone into anything. He's turned people and even the sun into Chuck E. Cheese tokens, or could trap him in the Chuck zone. So he does have multiple ways to defeat DKS. I just don't think it's happening. Reggie Fils-Aimé is losing, though he has some good stuff like the fireballs or like the me fighting shit. Adeline's 50-50. I'm gonna put Adeline as 50-50. She's really weak, but I feel like the pain. No, I'm gonna put him in lose. I think DKS could bypass the creation with his own. The Chuck zone, this rat can. Yeah, no, Chuck E. Cheese can canonically trap people in his own special dimension called the Chuck zone, where they learn to have fun and play the whole time. Why hasn't Chucky been on Death Battle yet? I've debated on Chuck E. Cheese versus I've debated on doing Chuck E. Cheese versus Hatsune Miku on Fiction Fights for a good while now. I've debated on that. Nikki from Swap Notes losing. I haven't watched too much of Shockhat. You fucking lying. I'm being so dead ass, dude. The commercials get wild. I don't know too much about Shockhat, but given that he's pretty similar to SMG4, I don't think it has the same cosmic scaling SMG4 does, but I'll put it 50-50 just to be safe. Paul is also a 50... Chucky to the list of characters that would fit in... Oh yeah, that was fair. Stupid Kirby seems like a rival idea for it. It could be a good rival, I'd definitely say that. The Buck Cluck Zone. Fuck off. I'm gonna put Paula in could beat DKS. Even though Paula doesn't directly scale to the cosmic stuff that, like, say, Ness or Gygas do, Paula's ability to pray and just cause shit to happen, as well as her own psychic prowess and experience, I think she could beat DKS, especially with the calling of praying to, like, the gods above to defeat DKS shit. Could genuinely work. Stuck in 1984 right now. Gygas, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I would say Gygas could probably beat DKS in a fight. I don't think a Starman could, though, unfortunately. I don't think a Starman could. Yeah, Paula could win with Prey. Gygas could 100% beat him, but a regular Starman, I think, would lose. The Goomba Revolution, despite Goombas being pretty cool and having shit like Pac-Man at their disposal, I don't think they're going to be able to do that much, but instead maybe transmute him with the magic. SMG4 is on a could beat DKS. Meggy 100% wins. Bob and Bookins are losing because they're too stupid. Theoretically, they all scale around each other, given the fact they actively battle each other on pretty consistently. Imagine dying because of a fucking prayer. I mean, to be fair, when you're literally a chosen one, I feel like praying is pretty decent advice, right? Ned Flanders and Paula combining their prayer powers to fuck over. Idly ho, neighborino! We're about to fight the embodiment of all evil! I went to do some... Yeah, you missed Discord. I put Discord on the beat DKS level. Yeah. Okay, theoretically, for Meggy and Bob and Bookins, they all scale to each other. But Bob and Bookins are way too incompetent to actually get anything done. SMG4 is a basis I'd say he probably could, given he's just more experienced and about tougher than DKS is. And Meggy's absolutely winning because Meggy's no nonsense. Puzzles. Puzzles might be in a similar case as what I said with Halliboo. And that DKS could just go out and just fuck over puzzles rather than just... Well, I could put Halliboo over puzzles because Halliboo could just negate any damage. DKS can technically negate damage. It's not like, but it's more so regenerating from it. And I don't think puzzles really have the way around that. They both got similar reality warping, but I feel like in puzzles, reality warping's far too dependent. I'm gonna put puzzles as a could beat DKS, not a 100%. I think it's possible. I think it has a shot at doing it. SMG4 makes the characters a lot of the characters. Yeah, definitely. Alright, Tari's from Metarunner. This is assuming that Metarunner Tari is going into, let's say, I don't know, my computer to deal like DKS and shit. And then in that case, maybe I would say 50-50. Given she's able to like control the space herself by the end of the series, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. Well, no, I feel like no, I would say loses. If I'm gonna put Uzi and N as probably losing to well... Shit. Okay, I'm just thinking with the absolute solver on Uzi's case here. The Word of Drones probably don't win. They don't have the skill. Yeah, they're much more skilled and experienced than DKS is, don't get me wrong. They'd probably beat him in like a boxing match or some shit. I just don't know if the solver is enough to defeat DKS's like insane bullshittery. Like maybe they could try to transmute DKS, but DKS could just do the same thing. And just regenerate or shapeshift from that. If Uzi ate a black hole, she can kill DKS. Well, they could probably kill DKS. It's keeping him dead is the problem is they gotta keep DKS dead to end the fight is the problem. Because when DKS can just regenerate from at will and from shit, like what can he really do? I'm gonna put them as 50-50 here. The tag team, the Solver has some crazy shit. I'll put the Uzi in at 50-50. That said, V is losing to DKS. Kane. Kane is one of the ones I was dreading thinking about before making this, because Kane is a very interesting case here. Because I know episode 8 is soon, and a lot of people are betting that Kane is just going to crash out altogether. But it's like, Kane wins, but DKS can also do the same thing. They can both just snap each other out of existence. But only DKS really has an answer to it. If DKS snaps Kane out of existence... Why must these characters fight DKS? Why don't they just talk? Okay, DKS is almost always the aggressor, alright? DKS will literally just interrupt somebody, will literally just start a fight for the sake of just starting a fight. Is it possible for Kane to beat the Salt? Let's assume Sin just appears in the circus, let's say. Because that's probably where Kane's at his most powerful, is the circus. Could it? I mean, it could probably transmute Kane, but Kane could just untransmute himself. I'd say I have to look more into that, but I think that due to the fact that Kane... Yeah, I'm gonna put Kane as, I would say Kane loses, I would actually say. You know what? Kane's not as experienced in a fight, and when he realizes his go-to of just snapping DKS out of resistance could work, whereas DKS could very much do the same thing to him, as DKS could also just manipulate the surface, I think that might kind of screw him up. Plus, I just say DKS is just generally stronger than the guy. But, yeah, no. So, let's see here. Wiz and Boom... Oh, yeah, Wiz and Boomstick absolutely destroying DKS. Not a question. Alistair has reality warping themes and can't die unless his soul is completely erased. The amazing digital crash. I missed out on Death Battle. Okay, so not only the announcers not only make like physical simulations to recreate that, they also own a lot of the equipment. Like they have a Green Lantern wing or like an orbital space station and shit like that can blow up shit, right? So they recreate the equipment too. So it's arguable to say that even though we don't see all of it, there's a decent chance they have the equipment from all of their guys. Like Wiz just, like Boomstick has the magic pencil from SpongeBob and shit. So yeah. Alistair and Vox are far better fighters than Alistair is reality warping powers, and I feel like okay, yeah, I've heard a lot about these two. They're losing to DKS because even though they got some good shit, I don't think that the whole, they can only be killed by, like, angels and shit, or getting erased. I feel like DK's just being like, bam, you're out of here, you no longer exist in the animation. Yeah, exactly, they have the Doctor Who gun that erases you from existence, that... Exactly, they have captured all the... So yeah, I would say Wiz and Boomstick absolutely take that. Same, the Hasman guys don't. Cinder's not winning this. Pico, unfortunately, is not winning. Okay, Purple's losing unless you give them the Minecraft stuff, I would argue. But the Dark Lord, holy shit, no. The Dark Lord is basically DKS on fucking steroids, alright? And I think that that his code destroying thing could potentially... No, because of the whole... No, the code wouldn't kill DKS, but the Dark Lord's just a way better fighter and way fucking stronger. Dude, but then he's just beating the shit out of DKS until there's no tomorrow. Your best argument is that well, DKS technically could kill the Dark Lord by erasing him, depending on how you buy it. I think the Dark Lord's just way too tough for it to genuinely be anything to, like, worry about. Now, JP from Terrible Writing Advice. Dark Lord just Dark Lord is like Bob versus Kess on fucking steroids. Now, honestly, the Dark Lord versus Zero with Zero from SMG4, honestly, peak matchup. I love that idea. If I knew how to do SFM, I would totally fucking Whew. Okay, JP's the main character from Terrible Writing Advice. Dark Lord vs. DK sounds like an awesome... You know, those two would fucking go at it, dude. It's basically the ultimate equation of whether or not skill and just raw power could take on, like, the reality warping bullshit DK has. Because, like... Actually, sorry, JP, I'm gonna team it. Because, like, think about it. DK, due to what I've established with the Polybius ARG and the code... Dark Lord could not kill DK. It wouldn't be able to work. The code's too supernatural in its effects that it wouldn't be able to just be deleted. And DK has just ignored people who fucked around to get rid of him before. But the Dark Lord's way stronger, more experienced, way tougher, more fucking evil. But does he really have a way around DK's reality warping, his shape shifting, his power copying, his ability to just do whatever he wants? Like, that is a matchup that is so fun, because it's really a case of, like, I think the Dark Lord would win, because he's just so way too strong, and I think he might be able to bypass that shit. Like, he stated to be one of the strongest in the verse. But god damn, would that be an awesome fucking fight. It really would be like a lesser of two evils kind of situation. Alright. JP. Oh yeah, to be fair though, this is like how I'm thinking, like, in terms of, like, I'm not going, like, full power scaling with this, I don't think, because I think some of these characters, like, scale less in DCAS or whatnot. This is more so just in a conversation, really. JP. Now, that's from Terrible Writing Advice, which gives only the most sincere, most genuine writing advice imaginable, and JP very much obviously scales. Actually, on a genuine note, it is worth noting JP, canonically speaking, like, split himself into smaller shards, so this is like his sarcasm, he has his inner critic, his creativity. Nope. So it's like, so JP legit does have some good scaling, especially because they're like all different like universe shit, but I still think he loses to DKS by virtue of the fact he doesn't really do anything with it. Okay, so into Boldly Flee, the nostalgia critic merges with the plot hole, extending from the act to a higher plane that we know it. And so I legitimately think he would be able to beat the shit out of DKS. Wilford Warstash is an interesting case. Wilford is a very interesting case that could potentially be... Wait till DKS fights for the critic on Christmas. It's over. I'm curious, is the Hotel Mario music still playing? It is worth noting JP not... No, I forgot I paused the Hotel Mario music. Okay, fuck. Yeah, anyways. Wilford, I would say, loses to DKS. They got some cool shit, but I don't think their reality warping and shit is enough to bypass Kess's. Plus, DKS is just... Nostalgia Critic what? Yeah, no, I'm not kidding with this. In the Boldly Flee, the Nostalgia Critic just merges with all of reality as he knows it and ascends to a higher plane of existence. And the critic also beat the AV. I think I already put the critic in beating DKS, I'm pretty sure, when he was in the main one. Jerry and the Scott the Woz guys lose, unfortunately. It's hard to... I hate to say it. The Undertaker. Dude, it's all fun in games until... It's all fun in games until DKS hears the Undertaker gong. Like, it's all fun and games until he hears that shit, right? Like, fucking... DK... Okay. Theoretically... DK should be able to beat The Undertaker. But The Undertaker... not only has the book that, like, lets him, like, control over hell, heaven, and earth and shit... Like, yeah, Undertaker drowns DK. Yeah, no, I would say The Undertaker would beat DK. He scales to WWE's batshit insane cosmology. He can warp reality on his own. He can just come back from the dead no matter what. Oh, gotta leave, have a fun stream. Oh, yeah, see you, Zed. The Undertaker, I think, legitimately could beat DK. DK loses to John Cena because he can't see... I would say John Cena's a 50-50, depending on what you give him. Joe Henry and The Miz, I would say lose, because while they got good shit, they don't have, like, the scaling chain Cena has, or the bullshit hacks The Undertaker does. Alex Bale. Assuming a full composite, not just Don't Feed the Muse. If we do a full composite, given, like, the time-traveling shit, or his other projects, like Pizza Time Pizza... I would still say he loses. I don't think he has enough... I don't think he really scales to any of the cosmic bullshit unless the shit himself. Even then, I don't really know what the muses or anything would be... Or, like, the god from, like, Pizza Hut Pizza would really be able to do against him here. Captain Sparkles loses. Smitty and Jobby are just YouTubers, so they lose. Same thing with Hoodie Dude. Where's the John Cena pig? Where the fuck did it go? Yeah, no, I can't see it. I believe it, Joe. Watch Joe Henry show up in the chat or some shit. Anyways. Moist Critical, also going in the losing tier. Hello, Internet! Welcome to... Wait, shit, I can play Resident Evil... Wait, what? What was that? I can play what for free until March 24th? Anyways. Matthew Phil, I think it's like last name's like Philbrick or some shit. Patrick. DK's throwing Undertaker throwing DK through the announcement table. Okay, depending on what you give Matt Pat, I would say he could beat, maybe he could beat DK, but the ARG stuff he's done and whatnot. I put him in losing though. I don't think he has enough shit like say Markiplier does to like give Warren like the scaling. The Stupendium. Similar note, if you give him all the shit from his music videos and whatnot, I don't know if he hasn't quite enough to defeat like DK. So that's like, yeah, he didn't really play Shadow. He didn't really Shadow in his song. He wasn't like, yeah, I'd say Stupendium loses. It's Lemon Demon, Lemon out of hell. It's Lemon Demon. I'm gonna put Lemon Demon in terms of, oh, where the fuck did he go? I'm gonna put Lemon Demon in, I'm gonna put good old Neil Seasterega in 50-50. With his shorts and stuff, he has some shit that could genuinely do some shit to DK, like the GameCube controller, or like maybe like Bill Cipher or whatnot. But I don't think it's enough to actively win. Every time. He spiked the dragon and... I forgot about it. It's the Scatman! Unfortunately, Scat and Lou are losing the DKS, unfortunately. Sucks today. Michael Jackson. He has the giant robot and shit, but I don't know if he has enough to effectively defeat DKS without kicking him in the hee-hee, so... Scatman, Hatman, Sweeping Mega Mix with DKS. Dude, if they... I will be so fucking happy if they win, dude. I am Steve. Hit it, Scatman. Scatman World. Dude, some of my favorite songs ever. Holy shit, man. I love fucking... I love Scatman John's music, unironically. Michael can make DKS dance. Oh yeah, true. Jack Black. giving him all of his roles, including like Satan, Poe, and shit like that, I think there's a good chance that with the Bloctagon allowing him to shapeshift, he could beat DKS. If we give him all of his roles, I would say Jack Black could beat DKS. Adam Sandler does not have that benefit. I don't think Jim Carrey does. The mask alone is a huge fucking benefit. What are your thoughts on Law's creators, non-Law OCs being in Law? Preferably, I would still say... Normally, I would say no, because I usually think of Laws as, like, passion projects for other characters. Like, that's why I want to put, like, Fick or Mary in Law Odyssey. Because, obviously, I made them. I know what I do with them. A true sign of someone being added to a Law is a sign of respect, so you would want someone else to add characters, because that just shows their appreciation for someone else's work. Law is a love letter to other people's work, not your own, you know what I mean? Right? That's my view on it, anyways. Adam Sandler has the universal remote from... I mean, in Beatdown, he can just do that. It was shown that the Bloctagon was what was letting him do it, because, like, he doesn't use it until the Bloctagon lights up in his hands. And similarly, it lets him, like... So that's what's letting him turn into, like, Nacho Libre. And he stops shapeshifting when when he gives the Bloctagon to create Noel by accident. In Beatdown, he can just do it, though. So, maybe it's something he learned. I'll figure that out depending on if he wins or not. Jim Carrey wins because of the mask. Absolutely. Jim Carrey wins with the mask. Oh, shit. Click. Oh, fucking Click. I'm not giving Adam Sandler the win because of fucking Click. Alright, look. Okay, look, Adam Sandler and Click, I don't think that warrants him beating DKS enough. Out of all the roles he has, sure, Click is probably his best bet, but he basically just gets a weaker version of DKS's abilities. There's nothing stopping DKS from just being like, grabbing the remote, breaking it, and going, oh, was that important? Similar thing with Stallone. I don't think Stallone has enough roles to really warrant beating Kess. Rick Astley loses. Jim Carrey, though, I totally believe he could just do that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jim Carrey could totally just do that shit, I feel like. Okay, the joke explainer. I'm not caught up with Steve Gunner lore as much as I want to. I need to get it, like, figure out, like, how to, like, somebody needs to make, like, a plot summary of what the storyline is. I really need to get around to doing that, seeing that. Adam Sandler has an advantage. Singular. Alright. Joke explainer. I don't think Joke explainer really does enough to scale all the way to Siva Gunner best of the best. I don't think. And even then, I don't think most of the Siva cast really scales to that cosmic stuff for the Joke explainer. So I would have to put Joke explainer and, like, would lose DCast, unfortunately. Same thing with the Dancing Alien team. Cool Meme team does have, like, the Uno reverse card at the very least, but even then, DCast could just... Nope. The teacher loses. Epic facing Ouija, absolutely beating DKS. Epic Universe alone gives these two absolutely beating the shit out of Kess. Oh boy! CDI link. Okay, if you give him his YouTube poop stuff, absolutely. If not, it's a 50-50, so I'm just gonna put him there. If not, he loses. So I'm gonna just put 50-50. Ouija versus DKS is Sonic versus EXE. Yeah, basically. Patrick Starr. Confronting yourself with Ouija versus DKS. Honestly, that would be great. I definitely want to have Ouija show up for fucking the DKS movie 3. That'd be great. Alright, Patrick Starr. Give me 2 hours and I'll answer. Oh, hey, Reggie texted me back. Yippee, sounds good. Alright. Anyways. I love how the beatdown voted characters in this slot. I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward. Patrick is just DCast versus Maggie, but we're... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sandy's beating the shit out of DCast. Patrick, I would say, could beat DCast. He beats him, but not as much because he's stupid. Patchy. I think Patchy loses. He doesn't... I don't think he scales to the main cast, at least not nearly as much. Patrick wins. Sandy beats him a bit higher. Bubble Bass... I'd say Bubble Bass is a 50-50. I don't think Bubble Bass is nearly as... I'd say Johnny and Kevin are 50-50s as well. I think Rob, with all the shit he has, could beat DCast between the Universal Remote, the shit he gets at, like, the Wonderfully Weird World and everything. I don't know too much about Johnny Bravo. I need to rewatch more of the show. But I don't know if he has enough to... Oh yeah, Patchy survived crashing through houses. I'm not saying he's not tough, but I'm saying, is he surviving a subspace bomb point blank tough? Is he surviving an attack from literally everybody in the LoL community tough? You know what I mean? And Mo. Why the hell was he not with the other Simpsons characters? Bubble Bass did... Okay, that's not really Bubble Bass. It's more Glob from Globs of Doom. Actually, yeah, you know what? I put Kevin and Johnny higher. I'm thinking back on Ed and Eddie. Those kids were fucking nuts. I think they beat the shit out of DCast. Plus, they do have their own fourth wall breaking shit, too. So, yeah. We did it! We did it! We did it! Yeah! Oh, we see mostly. Okay, yeah, everyone agrees that we should bump up. It's all fun and games for DCast until he's dancing in front of this fly girl and Mo gives him one of those. Alright, here we go. Plank beats DCast. Ow, my neck, shit. Eventually everyone was saved by, I don't know, let's say Mo. Exactly. So yeah, this is how I would rate the empty slot 2 characters, of whether or not they would beat DCast or not. And it only took me 2 hours and 11 minutes. Playing his OP, he can ride the bus. Alright, well, there it is. That's the entirety of the empty slot ranked. Damn, it's just hitting me how many fucking characters are on this damn list. I think the total number was 184. I think is what it was. Could Squidward's house be DCast? The world may never know, unfortunately. Bump up Chucky. He has a whole Chuck dimension stuff. Look, I explained that Chuck E. Cheese probably has options. I just don't think he's a 50-50 because I don't think Chuck's the kind of guy who would do it. You know what I mean? He'd probably see DCast as just some kid who needs to get his anger out before DCast just immediately just goes... You know what I mean? We need the Discord Ouija sleep. So yeah, I'm very curious on who all is gonna actually be able to, who's gonna win like the empty slot. I'm very curious on who you guys think is gonna win. Obviously, I have the results, so I know who the hell is doing well and who isn't. I'm just very curious on your guys' thoughts because, like, man, I haven't done one of these in a while. Classic Chuck would sweep. He'd be as a mobster. I regret not voting Chuck on the empty slot. You can go back and edit your votes. There's still time. Sabox got this trust. Do you guys genuinely accept your fate, bro? Definitely not an Earthbound character, man. Yeah. The problem with the more obscure characters is that I know for a fact they're not nearly going to do as well as you would want them to. I debated on doing an obscure pick and whatnot, but I decided against it. There weren't nearly enough obscure characters to warrant it. Jack Black, SMG4, or either Kirby characters. But yeah. So yeah. If we go by strict power scaling, I believe we put DK's highest end at Universal. If I'm not mistaken. With the Wallverse, being able to like destroy the Wallverse. I think we put his highest end at Universal with the... Why am I blanking on it? Yeah, Universal was the faster than light stuff. So basically any character who can have feats above that, I would probably be able to like, outstat him. So like Actually, no, we actually did pretty well on this one. Actually. Hang on, so... I know Henry has Universal stuff. Obviously, Toadette. These guys do. I don't know shit about Griffith. Most of these guys do. Honestly, expecting either to Neil to either win or be a special character. Fun. Who are you hoping wins the Hearts Empty? Honestly, who would I want to see win the Hearts Empty slot? I have a lot of characters I'm really interested in. Fucking Vanny is a character I would really be interested in seeing in this type of setting. That'd be super fun to see Vanny in this. Who else is on shit, I'm blanking. The Fat Controller is probably who I'm expecting to win. Mickey Mouse, definitely want Mickey to win. It'd be really funny if Mickey and Bugs won the empty slots. That'd be really fucking funny. But yeah. The plan is for the empty slot to end after Glumgold's moves, like a week after Glumgold's moveset releases. Which character almost made the slot? There's a couple of characters that I planned on but didn't. I had some Disney characters planned, like I planned on like Anne Boonchoy, for instance, or I planned to have like Pete the cat from Mickey Mouse in there. But I decided against it because there weren't as many Disney characters that I feel like I'd be as genuinely interested in making as I thought I would be. If that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I guess I figured it'd just be more interesting to do more, like, obscure picks, like the Looney Tunes or stuff, who aren't constant mainstays. Like, I think it's more interesting to have Betty Boop and Popeye than it is to have Donald and Goofy. You know what I mean? How's Glumgold? Oh, Glumgold's made it... Glumgold is doing extremely well. I've been trying to get one thing done a day, and I plan to have it released after the Zab Lab 2 series wraps up. On a similar note, I was also thinking of some of the Mimic, and putting the Mimic on here. But I wasn't entirely sure whether or not I want to go through with that just yet, or wait until like, there's some more stuff with the guy. Binky Barnes was robbed once again. Yeah, let's see. Anyone else I considered was scrapped? Let's see. I know I planned, who else was... I don't know, really. Yeah, I don't think I had too many scrapped characters really in mind, really. I think I'm really happy with how this turned out. I thought about doing Buck Cluck, but I decided Chicken Little made more sense. I'm gonna go now. I really need sleep. Oh yeah, definitely go to sleep. I'm probably gonna end the stream around here anyways, because like it's been like what, yeah, I'm almost like 2.5 hours at this point. But yeah. Overall, I'm really happy with how this empty slots turned out. Ooh, I felt that in my back. Yikes. Anyways, fucking. The one character everyone suggested but wasn't included. I don't know. I tried to include everybody who was like super frequently suggested. Jack Black, Cat in the Hat, SMG4. I tried including everyone there. Good night, chat. Bye. See ya. But yeah. Overall, thank you guys for coming over to the stream. Go get your canes. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely getting some fucking food. I'm starving. Alright. Alright. Get you guys on the flip side.